Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you our second video in our series about Elysium. And this time you'll be able to see an example of the game being played. Now if you don't yet know how to set up or play the game, please do check out my previous video, they'll explain all of that for you. And of course, if you're interested in finding out what I think of the game, please do check out my next video where I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions on it and of course whether or not Toucan play that game. But let's now take it to the table for a game of Elysium. Welcome to the table for Elysium. So I've already set out here for a two-player game. We have player 2 here and player 1 over the other side, our Agora in the middle here, and the deck of cards and tokens are just off to the side out of the way. I apologise that not all cards are going to be visible in shot all the game, but I have tried to make it so as much as possible is. Now, playing with me today we have Rogue, and in our random determining of who will go first and who will go second, Rogue will be going second on the left here and I am on the right. And of course we'll skip the awakening phase as this is the first epoch. However, in the later epochs you will see how that will work. So before I take my turn, I'm just going to go through the cards that we have here available. So we have a level 3 Poseidon card that costs a red and a green. It has a permanent power that means whenever you take or transfer a Poseidon card, you get a victory point. Next to that, we have a level 2 Hades card. That gives you 2 victory points whenever you transfer at least 2 cards to your Elysium. And that is during the legend phase. Next, we have a level 3 Hephaestus card that has a activate power that allows you to discard 1 card from your domain to receive 2 gold. Next we have a level 2 Hephaestus card with a snake symbol activate power that will give you a single gold. Then we've got yet another level 3 Hephaestus power, this time a permanent power that will give you a victory point whenever you take or transfer a Hephaestus card. Another Hephaestus, this time a level 2 with an immediate power that when you take this card you may freely trade gold for VP or vice versa. And then the final card in the Agora here is a level 2 Zeus card. And this is another legend card, so it only takes effect during the legend phase and you receive 1 victory point. So for my first turn I'm going to buy this God of Fire card with the permanent effect that whenever I take or transfer a Hephaestus card I'll gain a victory point. And I do have the prerequisite red and yellow for that. And that is a Hephaestus card, so I get a victory point. And I'm going to pay my yellow column for that one. Then we have Rogue to go. And Rogue is going to buy the Angels of Zeus, which will give her a victory point every Legends phase. She's going to pay her yellow for that. Then back round to me, and I am going to buy the Poseidon card that will give me a victory point every time I take or transfer a Poseidon card. And I will pay, there's no easy one, I'm going to pay blue for that one. Then back round to Rogue is going to take this quest so that she'll get to be player 1. And she's going to pay blue. And then on my go, I'm going to take this Poseidon card with the snake symbol, so I won't gain any immediate benefit. That requires green, which I have. However, I'm going to pay with my red. Then back round to Rogue. And Rogue has a red, so she can't buy this one, but she can buy either of these. And she is going to buy this Hades one here. That will get her 2 victory points if she transfers 2 cards or more. And that required red, and she's going to use her green to buy it. Then my go. I haven't taken a quest yet, so I have to take the quest, and I do have the green for it at least. So I'll be second player for the next round. And then Rogue can only afford this card, so she will be taking this one, which when she activates it, she can discard 1 card from her domain to receive 2 gold. And she will pay her final column for that. So that's then the end of our actions. So we move on to writing legends. So the first thing we do is readjust player order, because Rogue has the player 1 here. She should have the player 1 token. Then in player order, we will do the benefits given on these. So Rogue will be getting 5 gold and can do 2 transfers. However, she's going to leave the gold where it is, because she is going to transfer 2 cards. And she is going to transfer this level 2 and this level 3, and that will cost her 5 gold to do so. So those will go down in her Elysium. However, they are not part of Legends yet, as they are not of the same family or of the same level. However, because it is the Legends phase, she does receive a victory point for her Angels of Zeus card here, and because she transferred 2 cards for her Charion, because that can be one of the 2 that she transfers, will also give her another 2 victory points. However, because this is now in her Elysium and not in her domain, she will not gain that benefit in future epochs. So with Rogue done, we then look at mine. And I'll get 3 gold and can do 3 transfers. And I'm only actually going to do 1 transfer, which will be a level 2 card, so I'm just going to take the 1 gold. And then I'll be transferring this Hephaestus card. That will give me 1 victory point. And of course I should have got a victory point when I took that card, so there are 2. And that is then the end of the epoch. No one has any activation cards to reset, so we move on to the awakening. And we clear the epoch to the discards, and then we'll set out a new epoch of 7 cards. So let's look at the first one we have here. Is a level 3 Hephaestus card with a permanent power that whenever you take or transfer a Hephaestus card, you'll get 1 gold. Then we have a level 1 Hephaestus card that has a Chronos power. This card is worth 1 victory point for each Hephaestus card in this legend. Another Hephaestus card. We have Golden Throne of Hera. This is a trigger 1, a level 3, and when you trigger it, you receive enough gold to match the amount owned by the richest player. Then we have a level 3 Hades card with a trigger power, and this allows you to transfer 1 card for free. Next we have a level 3 Poseidon card with a trigger power that you choose a level of card and all other players discard 1 card of that level from their domain. And another Hephaestus card. This time a level 1. This card is worth 1 victory point for each different family in this legend. And a level 2 Hades card, you may transfer 1 extra card during the legend phase. Okay, so that is our awakening completed. On to our actions. Rogue is going to buy this Poseidon card here, and that required a green and any other colour, so she has that. And the colour that she's then going to get rid of is going to be red. And that's trigger power, so we put a trigger ring on it. However, she's actually going to immediately use it, which she can do because it is still her turn. So she discards the trigger in order to say that she's used that power, and the level she is saying is free, which is a good move because I only have 2 level 3s in my domain currently. And I can either get rid of the God of the Sea, which gives me victory points for Poseidon cards, or the God of Fire, giving me victory points for Hephaestus cards. Now, there's a lot of Hephaestus out, so I'm going to keep the Hephaestus one and get rid of the Poseidon one. And that's then my go. And I am going to buy this and I am then going to buy this Hephaestus card of level 3, which requires a yellow and a green, which I have both of those. And I will pay a red to do so. And because that is a Hephaestus card, I gain a victory point and a gold. And we're back round to Rogue. And Rogue is going to take this Hades card that allows you to transfer an extra card. And that requires yellow, which she has. And she's going to pay green for that. And it's then my go. And I am going to buy this card here, the Forges of Hephaestus, which is worth 1 victory point for each Hephaestus card in this legend. And I'm going to pay my green for that. And because it's a Hephaestus card, I gain a victory point and a gold. And we're back round to Rogue. And Rogue doesn't want to be left in a situation that she might not be able to buy one of the quests that she wants. So she is going to get the first player quest, and she's going to pay yellow for that. Then on my go, and I am going to buy this level 3 Hephaestus card, which has a trigger power, so I'll need a trigger ring. And I will pay a blue for that. And because it's a Hephaestus card, I gain a gold and a victory point. And we're on to Rogue's last go, and she actually can't afford any of these cards because they both require 2 columns. So she will be taking a citizen. Then for my turn, I need to take a quest. So I'll be taking that quest, which costs my yellow. And that is then the end of the actions, and we move on to writing the legends once more. So first thing we need to do is sort out the player order tokens. Now Rogue already has the number 1, so we are fine, we don't need to change anything. And then Rogue will gain 5 coins. And because of Rogue's card here, she can actually do 3 transfers rather than just 2. And because of this card, she gets a victory point. However, she actually only wants to do 2 transfers because she wants to keep this one so that she keeps getting victory points, and she wants to keep this one out so that she can continue to be able to do additional transfers in case she needs to later on. So she's going to transfer these 2 cards. She's going to transfer them both as if they were level 3s. So one of course already is a level 3. The other was a citizen, which is a wild, but she's going to put it as part of a level 3 legend. So that will cost her 6 gold. And it also means that she now has a level 3 legend. So she takes the bonus tile for the level 3s. Next it's my turn to write legends. And I receive 3 gold. And I can do 3 transfers. So I'm actually only going to do 2 transfers because I want to keep both of these Hephaestus cards that give me things for doing transfers. However, I'm going to get rid of the other 2 Hephaestus cards, which is a level 1 and a level 3, which would cost me 4. However, I will get 2 victory points and 2 gold for doing the transfer, so it'll actually only cost me 2. Additionally, I'm adding those to the 2 that I transferred to my legend last time, so I now have a complete Hephaestus legend. So I take the 5-point bonus tile for that. It's then the end of the epoch, so we tidy up, putting our columns back on our player boards and resetting any activate cards. And we move the epoch marker, and then we start our 3rd epoch with our awakening. So first thing we do, discard the cards in the Agora. And then we'll set out our new cards for our 3rd epoch. So we have a level 1 Hephaestus card with a permanent ability: when you take or transfer a citizen, receive 1 gold. A level 2 Hephaestus card, which gives you a gold during each legend phase. A level 1 Hades card, which allows you to transfer 1 citizen for free as a trigger effect. And we have our first duplicate of the game. So we just put out a level 2 workshop. It's important to note that if you do have duplicates of cards, you can never have the same card in your domain. So if one person has a workshop in their domain, they can't buy the other workshop. Then we have yet another duplicate, because this was the first card we drew. So we've got 2 apprentices out. We're seeing a lot of Hephaestus cards. I really need to shuffle better. So then our 6th card we have here is a level 3 Athena card with a trigger power that when you use it, you may draw a card and take it face up into your domain and then transfer 1 card. And all other players can either take a card or transfer a card, one or the other. And our final card is a level 1 Hephaestus card with an instant power that gives 2 gold. And Rogue is going to take one of these workshops, which requires green, which she obviously has. And to get that, she will pay a yellow. Then on my turn, I am going to take an apprentice, and I'm going to play a blue for that. And because it is a Hephaestus card, I will gain a gold and a victory point. And then back round to Rogue. And Rogue is going to take this Athena card, and she will pay blue for that. And of course that's a trigger card, so we must mark that. However, she is actually going to immediately use that. So that she gets to draw a card and add it to her domain. And it is a, let's just show you what it is actually. It is a level 1 Poseidon card with an instant effect. All other players discard 1 gold. So I'll have to discard a gold. She then may also do a transfer for free, and she's actually going to transfer that Athena card, which would cost 3, but it will be free for her, and she's going to add it to her legend of freeze, giving her 4 in there now. And I now have the choice that I could either do a transfer for free, or draw a card. And I'm going to draw a card. And I get a level 1 Athena card with a trigger power that I may take a citizen. And then all other players may do so the same for 1 gold. So put that there and put a trigger on it. And so that was Rogue's go, so it's back round to my go. And what do I want to buy? I'm going to go for a workshop. So that's a Hephaestus card. So once again, I'll receive a victory point and a gold. Then we are back round, oh, and I need to pay for that, of course. So I'm going to pay green. Then we're back round to Rogue, and Rogue is going to buy her level 1, her first player quest there. And she will pay green for that. Which brings it back round to my go. And the Hephaestus cards are really good for me. So I'm going to take the Hephaestus card, which will give me 2 gold. And because it's a Hephaestus card, I'll actually get an additional gold and a victory point. And I will pay my red for that. And we're now on to Rogue, and Rogue will take the level 1 Hades cards here that will allow her to transfer 1 citizen for free. Okay, and my final action will of course be buying my quest, which I'll pay my yellow for. So we're then legend phase. Again, we're staying Rogue has first player. So Rogue gets 5 coins, and then she gets an additional 1 for her workshop, and she gets 1 victory point for her angels, and she can do an additional transfer. So she can do 3 transfers. Okay, so she could do 3. So I think she's going to transfer those 3, which will cost her 4 gold. And she'll put 1 as part of a level 2's legend, and the 2 ones as a level 1's legend, giving her both of those level bonuses. Then I'll receive 4 gold because I also have a workshop, and I can do 3 transfers, so I may as well transfer that one, and I want to transfer that one as well, I think. And I could transfer 1 more, so I think I will. And I'll transfer that one. So that would cost me 4, except for I'm getting 2 gold and 2 victory points for the Hephaestus ones. So I only need to pay 2. And I'm going to put the 1 on its own and have the 1 and 2 of Hephaestus together. Okay, so that's the end of the legends. We now do the end of the epoch. So we tidy up. We have no activations to reset. We'll just put these back and move the token up. So epoch 4, awakening, we discard, and let's put out our new Agora. So we have a level 2 Athena card, which is a snake power activation one that will give you 2 gold, and all other players with snake powers will get 1 gold. A level 2 Poseidon, immediate effect, all other players choose to discard either 1 card from their domain or 2 gold. Level 3 Poseidon, this one is a permanent effect. Whenever you take or transfer a Poseidon card, receive a gold. Then we've got, another initiation. So this is the same as we had a minute ago for Athena. Then we have a level 1 Poseidon with a Chronos power that's worth 1 victory point for each set of 4 cards in the discard pile. And then we've got a level 1 Zeus with an instant power of 2 victory points. And the final card is a level 3 Athena with an ongoing power that you get a gold every time you take or transfer an Athena card. So with the awakening done, we move on to the actions, starting with Rogue. So first thing Rogue is going to get is the level 1 Zeus card that will give 2 victory points. And she's going to pay her red for that. And then my go. So I guess the next most useful thing for me to take would be this level 1 Poseidon one that will give 1 card for 1 victory point for each 4 cards in the discard pile. And I'll pay my red for that. Bring us back round to Rogue. And Rogue is going to take this Cyclops here, meaning that I will need to either discard a card from my domain or 2 gold. And I'll be discarding 2 gold, I've got plenty. And then what's she going to pay for that with? She's going to pay her blue, I think. Which brings it around to me again. Oh, and Rogue has actually put herself in a really vulnerable position here. Which I think I am going to be mean and take advantage of. I'm going to buy the second player quest because she can't actually afford to buy the first player quest. And I will pay for that with blue. So it's now Rogue's go. So she will buy the level 2 one. She'll pay for it with her yellow. So then for my go, I have the same choice that she did. I can buy one of those 2. Is either of those better for me than the other? Not particularly, so I will take the level 3. I'll just slot it up here. And that will give me a gold. And I will pay my green. And it's now Rogue's go, and she has to take the incomplete backside of the quest, which is unfortunate for her. And then my final go, I'm going to have to take this level 2 Athena card, which will give me a gold. I'm running out of space in my domain. And I'll of course pay for that with my yellow. Oh, and of course Rogue used her green to get that incomplete quest, so that is all the actions complete. We now move on to writing legends. Now, because Rogue has an incomplete quest, that means she automatically takes the last player token, so she will become player 2. And that means we will be starting this legends phase with me, so I will gain 3 gold. And I may do 3 transfers. So I'm going to transfer this level 3, this level 1, and this level 1, I think. Oh, I could get the bonus 5 for doing that rather than going for the 1s. That might make more sense. Okay, so I'm going to leave those 2 and transfer these 2 instead. So That'll get me a gold and a victory point for Hephaestus, and 2 gold for the 2 Athenas. So a total of 3 gold and 1, and it will cost me 8 gold. So I'll put 10 and take 2. So it's expensive. And I'm going to add this 2 and a 3 of Athena to the 1 of Athena I already had there, and this 3 to the 1, 2 and 3 of Hephaestus. So I've just completed a Hephaestus legend and an Athena legend, so I'll take the bonus tiles for those. And that brings us on to Rogue. Now, Rogue will get 1 gold and 1 transfer. However, she also gets a victory point for this card here and may do an additional transfer because of this card here. So she actually has 2 transfers that she can do, and she will add those to her existing level legends. Okay, so we then do the end of the epoch. No activations to reset, but we'll move that up, putting us on the awakening of our 5th epoch. So let's discard this and draw out a new Agora. So we have a level 2 Poseidon card that all players discard 1 victory point, and that's a snake power. Level 1 Hades card with Kronos effect. This card is worth 1 victory point for each set of 2 cards in your Elysium. Level 2 Zeus, which is snake power, receive 1 victory point. A level 1 Poseidon, all other players discard 1 gold. A level 1 Poseidon, Kronos power, this card is worth 1 victory point for each Poseidon card in the legend. Level 1 Zeus with a permanent effect. Whenever you take or transfer a citizen, get 1 victory point. A level 2 Hades with a legend power. If you transfer at least 2 cards, receive 2 victory points. So Rogue is very sad to see this because there are no level 3s out for her to complete that legend, and there are no level 1s out that she needs to complete her level 1 legend, and only 1 level 2 that she needs for her level 2 legends. And in fact, she actually already has that. She already has the level 2s, so she's not too worried about that. But disappointing on the level 1s and the level 3s. And for me, I'm disappointed because there's no Hephaestus cards there. So it's me to go first in this final legend. And the first thing I'm going to do is buy the 2nd place quest. And I will pay for that with a blue. And then that leaves it as Rogues go. So I think she'll go for this Hades card, as that will give her some victory points, and it makes an easy decision to get rid of the green because she doesn't need that for anything else. Which puts it back round to my go, and I want to buy Allegiance, and I'll use my yellow for that. And then back round to Rogue, and Rogue is going to buy this Hades card because she's grasping for whatever victory points she can get right now. And she's going to pay her red for that, I think. No. She's going to pay her yellow for that. Yeah, that makes sense. And that brings it back round to me. So I'll take this Temple of Poseidon and I'll pay my green. And then it's Rogue, and Rogue will buy... Well, Rogue wants to mess me up a little, so she's going to buy this one because I then can't buy either of the ones left, and it also causes me to lose a gold. And she will pay her blue for that. So my final go, I have to take a citizen. However, when I take a citizen, I do receive a victory point. So it didn't mess me up too badly. Sorry, that should be a citizen. And then Rogue's final go, she will take her quest. And that is the end of the actions on our final epoch. So we move into our final legend. So first we change our Rogue receives 5 gold and can make 3 transfers, and she's going to transfer these 3 cards here. That will cost her 5 gold, which will complete her level 2 legends, and then it also means she's got this safe in her domain with the Chronos power giving her, sorry, safe in her Elysium with the Chronos power giving her victory points for all the cards in her Elysium. And then for me, I will get 3 gold, and I can do 3 transfers. So the cards I will transfer will be these 3 here. That will cost 3 gold. And I'll gain a gold and a victory point because... Oh, sorry, I won't gain a gold anymore. So it cost me 3 gold, but I do gain the victory point still because it's a Festus card. And I'll just put those 3 on their own as a level 1 legend. And that's my transfers complete. So now let's do the final scoring. So let's start with Rogue. And we'll start with any Chronos powers. So we get rid of these cards here. They're no longer relevant. Chronos powers, she only has the 1, which is giving her 1 victory point for each 2 cards in her Elysium. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that'll give her 6 victory points. And it might be easier if we change some of these up for our final counting. So there's 5 and another 5, and we don't have 5 more. So okay, so that's all her Chronos powers. Let's then do her families. She has no family legends. Okay, level legends. So she does have 5 2s, which is 12. So, and that also gave her that. She has 3 1s, which give her 4. And she has 4 3s, which give her 8. But she then has a citizen, which is -2. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 50, 56, 59 for Rogue. Let's now do mine. So got Chronos powers first. So I get 1 victory point for each set of 4 cards in the discard pile. There are only 6, so that'll be 1 victory point. And let's clean up some of these victory points here. So it's 4, 5. Okay. Any other Kronos powers? We've got a Hephaestus one here. 1 victory point for each Hephaestus card in this legend. There are 3, so that'll be 3 victory points. And we've got another Kronos power over here. This card is worth 1 victory point for each Poseidon card in this legend, and there's 1. Okay, so then let's do family legends. Well, we have 3 sets of 3, so they're worth 6 each, so that would be 18. So there we go, 18 for the family legends. The level legends, we've got 3 ones, which will be 4 victory points. And then citizens, I do have 1 citizen, so that will be -2. And then let's count up. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 35, 37, 40, 42, 52, 54. So, not unsurprising, I have lost to Rogue. And I say not unsurprising because this is Elysium, which is a good game, but I cannot win at it. And that is Elysium. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and of course, if you have, please do share it with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel. And of course, you can always check us out on social media. We are on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.